Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Moviegoers Film Review. As usual, I am your host, Shuler, and yes, today I have a manicured beard. Hey, sometimes I like to look pretty. Anyway, today's episode we are going over the film Prisoners, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Now I will go ahead and warn you, this film is a very intense movie, and I will say that the film's intensity is actually amplified by the wonderful cast. I want to get this cast out of the way just so you really understand the gravity of this film. This film's cast includes Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Viola Davis, Maria Bello, Terrence Howard, Melissa Leo, and Paul Dano. The film is about two families dealing with the fact that both of their daughters have been kidnapped. They were just out playing and then disappeared. Well, a detective, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, runs the investigation and discovers early on a suspect. Early on, the detective follows a lead about an old RV that was parked near the house. He soon discovers the RV and finds the driver a not-so-all-there young kid. Well, in the investigation, the detective realized they don't actually have any evidence to hold him, so they're forced to let him go. Needless to say, one of the fathers, played by Hugh Jackman, isn't exactly happy about the fact that the guy who is believed to have kidnapped his daughter is now about to be released. So, they get into an altercation. As the film progresses, a lot of new twists and turns start to arise that lead the main characters in different directions. Hugh Jackman's character takes it upon himself to actually kidnap the original suspect and tries to interrogate him to figure out what he knows and where his daughter might actually be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go ahead and tell you this. This is probably Hugh Jackman's most powerful role ever, and if you've seen some of his previous films, that is saying something. He is a brilliant actor. If you don't have respect for Hugh Jackman, watch this film, you will gain it. And on top of that, you will probably also become afraid of Hugh Jackman because of certain scenes. To give you an idea, a majority of the cast I listed earlier are all award winners. Basically, this means that this film is already going to be very intense. Plus, on top of that, the fact that it's a very intense storyline means this is a powerful film. This film also is filled with different side plots that actually add to the main story, including Hugh Jackman's descent into madness due to the grief of the loss of his daughter and the anger of the fact that he believes the real suspect is loose on the streets. Also, with Maria Bello's portrayal of the wife slowly slipping into depression. This film is gripping. It is intense. It is dramatic. I will go ahead and warn you, this film is not for the faint of heart. It is violent, it is intense, and it has a lot of twists and turns that cause characters that you thought you should be afraid of to then you feel sorry for, and characters that you thought you should feel sorry for, you're now afraid of. Your mental state is constantly being yanked back and forth with the intensity of the actors and their portrayal of their characters. This is a beautiful film. To everyone out there, I strongly recommend go see this movie. Now, like I said, be forewarned, it is very intense and not for the faint of heart. To all the actors involved in this film, you were brilliant. Hugh Jackman, this is probably your greatest role ever. It was phenomenal, and I thank you for participating in the making of this film. And to the director, Denis Villeneuve, brilliant. Good job. This is wonderful directing. You have nothing to be ashamed of with the making of this film. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's episode. As usual, I am your host, Shuler, and this has been the Moviegoers Film Review. I'll see you later.